A daughter's wedding is supposed to be the happiest day of her life, but as I stood there in my bridal gown, with the soft scent of jasmine in the air and my friends laughing quietly nearby, I wasn't thinking about happiness. I was watching my father's face crumble. He was a simple man. He wore the same frayed coat every single winter, working for a company he had always loved, even if the world saw him as just another face in the crowd. My fiancé, however, came from real wealth, and he never let anyone forget it. He looked at my father not with respect, but with a cold, mocking disdain that made my blood run cold. That day, he decided to show the world exactly what he thought of him. He walked up to the microphone, raised his glass, and silenced the crowd. He wasn't giving a toast to love. He was giving a lecture on poverty. He stood there laughing at my father's worn-out shoes, mocking the sacrifices he'd made for this wedding, and humiliated the man who had been my hero my entire life. I wanted to scream, to tear off my veil and run, but my father didn't say a word. He just stood there, shoulders slumped, eyes on the floor, accepting the cruelty with a grace that broke my heart. I thought he was weak, a broken man with nothing left to fight with. I was so wrong. I didn't know he'd been keeping a secret for 20 years. I didn't know every insult, every mocking glance was setting the stage for a fall so spectacular it would change our lives forever. For 2 decades my father had spent his nights studying market trends and his days working the ground floor of the very industry my fiancé was now trying to conquer, because he always had a plan quietly unfolding beneath the surface. While my fiancé spent his inheritance on cars and clothes, my father had been quietly buying stocks, quietly investing. He wasn't just an employee, he was the ghost in the machine. He had become the majority shareholder of the corporation my fiancé's family business relied on for their entire supply chain. He had watched my fiancé from the shadows, waiting to see if he would ever show his true colors. That moment happened at our wedding. As the microphone crackled and the last insult hung in the air, my father looked up. There was no pain left in his eyes, only a calm, terrifying silence. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a thin envelope. He didn't shout, didn't cause a scene. He simply walked over to my fiancé, tapped him on the shoulder, and handed him the envelope. He leaned in, lips moving. He didn't mention the humiliation. He just whispered, "The meeting is at 9 tomorrow morning. I'll be the one sitting at the head of the table." My fiancé laughed, thinking it was a joke. He opened the envelope right there in front of everyone. But as he read the contents, the legal documents, the audit results, proof that the company his family had built their life on was now in my father's hands. The color drained from his face. The laughter died in his throat. The glass fell and shattered on the marble floor. The company his family relied on for their lavish lifestyle was about to be liquidated. My father held the power to shut them down, to strip away every asset, every bank account, every ounce of influence they had. He didn't do it out of vengeance. He did it because a man who could humiliate another human being just to look powerful didn't deserve to hold anyone's future in his hands. By the next afternoon, my fiancé's family had lost everything. They were no longer the golden family of the city. They were empty. They came to our home, begging, crying, asking for mercy, but it was too late. Some doors, once closed by cruelty, cannot be reopened by regret, no matter how many tears follow. My father taught me a lesson that day I'll carry for life. He taught me that power isn't about how loud you speak or how much you mock others. True power is remaining calm when the world tears you down, knowing your character will eventually speak louder than any insult. He taught me never to judge a person by the shoes they wear or the job they hold, because you never know what empire they might be building in silence. I walked away from that engagement without a single regret, looking at my father, standing tall, finally free from the secret he'd kept so long. I realized I hadn't lost anything at all. I had gained the most valuable thing in the world. A father who proved dignity is the only currency that really matters. If this story reminded you that character always wins in the end, hit that like button. Have you ever stood up for someone when the world was against them, or seen karma work in a way that took your breath away? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your stories matter and everyone holds a lesson. Don't forget to share this video with someone who needs a little hope today. If you're new here, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so we can continue these journeys together. Thanks for watching.